Everybody deserves a second chance, even video games. Welcome to the Second Opinion Podcast, where the reviews aren't always right, but we are. We're here to give you the gaming takes you didn't know you needed. We've been deep in the gaming world for 17 plus years, covering all the news, releases, and drama in the gaming world, and having a damn good time while doing it. Just because some website gave a game a low score doesn't mean it's a fail in our book. We're all about giving games that second chance, diving back in where others quit. And we should probably tell you that we're real and we're very loud and opinionated, and 90% of the time we're completely off topic. But that's why you'll love us. This is your Second Opinion. Now, here are your hosts, Toaster, Soleb, and Bolts.
What's up, guys? It is Soleb back again for another episode of the Second Opinion Podcast, The Rebirth, the Final Rebirth. I'm joined by our Cinelinx resident special correspondent, Toaster McGee. How is it out in the field?
It's very intense here.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I mean, there's just so much going on.
There's a lot. Real quick, just to make this statement, we're not going to talk about anything that has been going on really in the world recently, I guess. This is a rebirth of the podcast. Today we're going to kind of just get right into what we've been gaming in this crazy time that we're dealing with. But I want to say thank you all to anyone that is watching the show either live or watching it after the fact on YouTube or on Cinelinx.com. I know we've been inconsistent, but as I said, we've all had some stuff going on, but we're back, and we're excited to talk about video games. So, Toaster, I swear, bro, I am so horrible at my mustache, but there is this one hair right here, and it drives me crazy. I'm gonna just eventually be joined by the one and the only Toaster McGee, of course. So, Toaster, let's get into what have you been gaming, my friend. What have you been gaming?
Honestly, a lot lately. So we've been doing a lot of World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
I'm actually tanking this season, so
Okay.
That's a lot of fun. And then I've really fallen back in love with the old 2D side scroller stuff.
Really?
Shinobi Art of Vengeance is an amazing game.
Yeah.
And somebody needs to get somebody at Konami on the phone and just be like, "Hey,
It's time.
if we did a Castlevania game like this, we'd probably make a lot of money."
Right.
If they remastered Symphony of the Night like that, holy shitballs. Anyway, I also downloaded the demo for a game called Absalom, which is another beat 'em up style game. The games like Streets of Rage 4.
Do you want the one from Atari?
No, is it from Atari? No, it's an indie game. It's on Steam. And then there's a comics game that I got. IGN Comics Zero, and it is so 90s in its animation choices, we will say. My wife was watching me play it, and the intro is pretty violent.
Yeah.
And she looks over and Like there's this, scantily clad evil woman who's getting repeatedly stabbed in her chest by the
Jesus
main guy.
Christ.
He reaches up and like squeezes his head and pops his eye. Like it's pretty. It's like a comic from the freaking 90s. It
sounds pretty crazy.
It's an homage to that game Comic Zone.
Yeah. Oh,
Remember
Comic
those-
Zone was fire, bro. Like
So,
that was one of my favorite games. My God, that was one of my favorite games.
So I've been playing that the demo. Absalom seems a lot of fun. I think I might actually pick that up. So, but of course, I mean, Borderlands 4, everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you've been playing Borderlands?
I have, and I'm running Rafa right now.
Yeah.
I'm having a lot of fun with it. It feels like with the new enemy set, like the Timekeeper, or whatever the hell they're called. It feels a little Destiny 2-ish. Because you have these
Really?
like enemies called Wardens, which float and they throw shit at you, a la the Wraiths from or the Wizards.
Yeah.
Excuse me, from Destiny. The camera feels really good. Like they tightened it up a lot. It does not feel as loose or slow as it did in the other Borderlands. Like I'm enjoying myself. So, but yeah, it's and Morocco, because that's just like my wind down, time to go to bed game.
I may have to actually check it out. I mean, it is going to be one of the biggest games, I think, of the year. So, I will eventually check it out. I'm so behind right now. I'm reviewing a lot of games. There's some games that are coming out that I'm like super behind on, which I've already spoken with the development studios about some stuff that's been going on that kind of held me back from getting them done. But starting on Monday, we're finally getting the review of Demon Slayers 2, Hinakomi Chronicles up and going. Also getting the review for Mafia Live. We're getting another, there's 2 other games after that are going up as well. And what sucks is like each one of these videos are done, but I just haven't ever gotten around of like getting everything typed up and getting them uploaded. So I went through this little moment, I guess, of, I don't know if it was burnout or what it was, but kind of getting into trying to really get back into, I guess, I don't know if it's gaming or what, but I was just out of it. I've had a lot of personal stuff going on and nothing too crazy, but nothing that we can't deal with. So we're kind of getting back in line on things, and I'm really excited to get back into content creation. Also have some, I'm trying to think of the exact amount of reviews. We got, we have Demon Slayers 2 coming out. We have Mafia coming out. We also have Everybody Loves Golf coming out this week. Then we have
Wait,
Everybody Loves Golf.
There's a new Everybody Loves Golf game?
Yes, there is.
The hell you say?
I'm serious.
You lie.
No. And then there's a few other reviews that I can't speak of yet that are coming out at the end of this week. And I think you all will have a lot of content or videos to watch. And then starting this week, hopefully, starting Wednesday, I will be starting on the new stream schedule. So I'm not going to have them scheduled. Originally, I was going to do what I did before and like connect my PlayStation to my PC, run that whole setup. But I'm going to do it casual like. I'm going to just do the live streaming in my living room with my PlayStation, doing gameplay sessions, either playing Fortnite or playing some other games here and there. Maybe playing Madden as well, trying to do some, I guess, predictive gameplay for upcoming Dallas Cowboy games. Which, whatever, I'm a Cowboys fan, but we almost lost the game today because our defense is not doing so hot. I mean, Russell Wilson, who only had 123 yards on the Washington Redskins, did a total of 534 yards on the Cowboys today, saving his job as a quarterback because, from my understanding, they were talking about cutting him. So, not trying to get too much into sports here, but Still crazy. Still crazy. Gaming wise, though, I've been playing a lot of stuff. Like I said, there's a few games that I can't talk about, but I did finish out Demon Slayer, finished out Mafia 2, finished out Everybody Loves Golf, and a few other titles here and there. Also been playing Fortnite. The Blitz pack or Blitz update has been really great. Recently, they brought back the Tony Stark boots and gloves, which just makes the game crazy, as well as Warhammer's jetpack and missile and machine gun launchers. So that's been pretty wild. But outside of that, I am ready to talk about some video games, and I hope you guys are ready to hear some crazy opinions and news. But first and foremost, I don't know if Toaster found anything for this, but I thought this would be a kind of a cool topic to kind of start bringing up. I mean, we're slowly but surely moving into the holiday season. It's right around the corner. It's that time to kind of start getting into that kind of spooky fall kind of feel. So, Toaster, is there any game that you play in the holiday season because it's the holiday season? Is there any game that you play that just screams like this is the holiday feel for me? Or something particular? Like, is there a game that you played in the holiday season that you were just like, man, this really just wraps up my holiday for me? It's a big, broad question. He's blank.
Yotei. Like, you're not asking what I'm looking forward to.
I'm talking about, what is there a game? I know there's going to be some great games this holiday season.
The original series of Mass Effect is what. Because
that's your, like, on a cold, snowy night.
Yeah,
you want to wrap up in a blanket and play.
Mass Effect. Yep.
I mean, that's understandable, though. I mean, Mass Effect is a great game. You know, I mean, this year, I don't know.
Skyrim.
Do what? Skyrim, yeah. For sure with Skyrim, bro.
It's snowing.
But, you know, I mean, Mass Effect is Mass Effect, though. Like, I mean, that's a pretty big one, you know, especially playing the latest. My God, what's wrong with me? Playing the latest Legendary Edition, which is, you know, makes the game look 10 times better than what it ever has before. I think is a pretty cool thing to do, especially around the holiday season. Now, I think Toaster may have just found me something new that I'm going to do this year, because I've been having this kind of feel of wanting to get back into Mass Effect for some reason. I'm sure it's because of Toaster talking about Mass Effect so much, but I don't know, man. The Legendary Edition was pretty good. They did fix a good chunk of stuff. Was there anything particular about the Legendary Edition that you didn't like that you would possibly want to say to viewers out there to, hey, you know, it is really cool, but watch out for this, just in case they get it this holiday season?
I was perfectly okay with it. I know that there were some people that were pissed off because they took out the shots of Miranda's butt.
That is ridiculous.
There was a whole thing where they were like, "Oh my God!" Like, there's literally a mod that you can get if you own the game on PC that restores all of the Miranda butt shots. I was like, "How petty do you?"
That is ridiculous.
To be like, I'm going to put all these butt shots back in the game. Oh, I can't believe they took out Miranda's butt. No, I thought they did a really good job with the game. I got to start playing the third one, and I was like, oh no, this is where I got to make all the really shitty decisions.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean, it's a joke with me and Caden, and we all know why I let him die. And there is going to come a day where I meet that voice actor, and I'm just going to be like, man, I'm so sorry, but Cartho Nasty was such a douche. It ruined every other character you voiced for me.
Right. I mean, that is the truth, though, because I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like me playing Skyrim and stuff like that. You know, like there is, I don't know why, but Alduin, his voice, like everyone else loved Alduin. You know, they were like, just his character, his legend, and what he was. But I just, God, bro, I don't know why, but it was like nails on a chalkboard for me. So anytime I'd hear him talk, I'm like, God, why couldn't they just made his more of his voice more normalized or gotten a voice actor that's not so cinematic? Jesus, like I don't know why.
They have to go big.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, they do.
Fucking Patrick Stewart as
Oh, bro, I know.
Oblivion.
Which is wild. Which is so wild. For so many years, I never even knew that was Patrick Stewart. That's what's crazy.
But I would say like the two games I'm really looking forward to this holiday season is obviously Ghost of Yotei.
Yeah.
And Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Man, that game looks so good and so fun.
Listen, I will tell you, your Cosmic Invasion is a really great game. It still is like one of my favorite games that I played at Summer Game Fest. No question. I mean, we played it for like an hour straight. I played it with somebody that I only had met a few times here and there, but I'm telling you, I think he was on from the creator of what is it, Spawn, Spawn Quest or Spawn On, huh?
No, not Todd. I thought you said Spawn.
Oh, it's like I'm trying to remember. I know it's horrible, but anyways, I played it and I thought it was really, really fun, dude. Like it was so great. And it was so much like, of course, you know, it was very much like the games that they have been known for successfully previously before that. But I mean, it had its own feel and the characters and their special abilities and stuff was just, man, it was great. It really was a great game. I was trying to, you know, you're talking about holiday games or games coming out this holiday season. And you started making me think games coming this holiday. Man, there are a bunch of games coming out this holiday season. Holy crap. Toaster, I'm going to be so broke, bro.
Well, I mean, some
I'm
of them
already broke. I mean, I can barely, you know, I mean, in the economic state that we're in, I can, you know, only we can only do so much.
Some of those are going to be like if you've got Games Pass, it's going to be day one. Really, I mean, like Outer Worlds 2.
Yeah. True. Yeah. I do want to play Chronos: The New Dawn, which is that horror game. I want to check that out for sure. But yeah, bro, like on the just starting on the 16th. Okay, let's say start on the 16th. We got on the 18th. We got Dying Light, The Beast. Then we got Bandai Namco's Toa and the Guardian of the Sacred Tree, which is a pretty unique looking action-packed game. We got Silent Hill F coming out on the 25th. Then we got, bro, there's so many games. Sonic Crossworld's coming out the 25th. We got Pac-Man World 2 Repack, which is another remastered of a Pac-Man game that's coming out. Lego Party is coming out September 30th. Definitely make sure to check that game out because it is a lot of fun. Then October 2nd, Ghost of Yotei. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 coming out October, so we'll talk about that in just a bit. Battlefield 6 is coming out October 10th. Little Nightmares October 10th. Ninja Gaiden is coming out October 21st. Outer Worlds 2 October 29th. The Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, which is all the Mortal Kombats or the old ones, those come out October 30th. What else, bro? Dragon Ball Sparking Zero for Switch. And there's some other big games. I think they're still waiting on dates, and then there's a few other that we're going to talk about in one of our topics. But still, it's a lot of games, bro. There's a lot of games coming out, and I think this year is probably going to be one of the bigger games or one of the bigger years for games. Yeah, Little Nightmares 3 does look really fun. I agree. Hardly Casual, aka the OG Second Opinion fan. Big shout outs to him. I'm telling you guys, listen, this guy has been around since listening to us since 2011, I think. I mean, 14 something years, man. This guy is a great listener. Definitely big shout outs to him. But so on to the next topic at hand. We got some gaming news to talk about, and I am pretty damn excited about it. So, I didn't even say it, but yes, I do agree with what Toaster said. Games that scream holiday for me, no questions asked, is definitely Elder Scrolls. Like turning on Elder Scrolls, letting that music play, like curling up next to a fire, killing a dragon, eating some sweet rolls, I think that's where it's at, man.
I think
He's
I
waving.
think right now, if
He's
you loaded
waving.
any of my saved games, it would be the same exact character. Like I always
Like-
start off Skyrim, like I'm gonna use magic this time, and then
It's
I like
so
level 40
completely
something.
different.
I'm the same like hooded, dragon scale wearing, and I got like the Mask of Croesus that gives you like ungodly archery.
Yeah,
Headshotting people with bows. So like,
I know. It's okay.
and half the trouble with that game is the blacksmithing and enchanting. Like you have to be determined. Like the clips you're seeing on TikTok where he's like, "What's going on with the dragon board?" I don't know. He just keeps making that same iron dagger over and over and over. It cuts to him and he's like, and they're like, "Huh?" And there's like just piles of iron daggers around him.
So Dying Light the Beast has over 170 different kinds of zombies in game. I mean, that's a pretty big variety of zombies. I will tell you, the new Beast Chimera is very crazy. I got to, at Summer Games Fest, I got to play against a lot of different styles of enemies, but I totally didn't realize there was that many different styles. It says in a new blog post attached to the game's Steam profile, this blog post goes into detail on the artistic direction behind the zombies' design, explaining how the character concept artist, his vision, purposely dives into the uncanny valley to provide human-like realism that's hard to look at, yet impossible to ignore. And that is very much the truth. As you could probably see in some of the gameplay that you're watching. But the big thing about this game is that, like, when you walk up and you hit a zombie with a pipe or a knife or something like that, there was actually one moment I hit this guy in the side of his mouth, and it didn't go into a pre-rendered cutscene to activate this animation. I hit him in the mouth with a knife. It ripped the whole bit of skin off of his face, completely separated his jaw from his skull, and it was like hanging off of his face while I was walking towards me. I was like, oh my God, bro. Like, I mean, they really amped up the gameplay, the graphics, but the realism has been amped up too, because this island is much smaller than the previous games. This is a continuation, of course, of Dead Island 1 with its main character and main story. But the big thing is that, like, they've really done a big work on this. So, Toaster, are you excited for this game? Are you excited for Dying Light the Beast? Or have you ever been excited for Dying Light titles?
I haven't really played much Dying Light other than a little while with the very first game.
Okay.
That's been, I mean, but it looks great. Just, for some reason, it's just never fallen on any of my stuff after I played for a little bit. Like I enjoyed it. I thought the parkour stuff, that they introduced with the first game was awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to give it a shot again. But yeah, it's just, for some reason, it's just is always kind of, there's just too many good games coming out. Like,
yeah. Well, I will tell you, this is definitely something to keep on your radar. As you guys see with this gameplay, it's very graphic, fluid gameplay. The big thing too that they ramped up in this game is not just the realism in death and kills and zombies and all that, but they ramped up they really ramped up the realistic weathering system. So, like, when it starts raining and storming, like, it's really hard, like, it's almost hard to see in front of you at times. This part right here in the demo is actually one of the parts that we played. Now, I will say that there was a little graphical issue, and it kind of stopped for a second, but then they reinitiated it, and it was completely fine. And it actually changed from, like, night to day. Do what?
I remember this scene in Gears of War.
Yeah. Bro, I'm telling you. And that character right there is really crazy. He's hard to beat for sure. So, The dev team actually was like, listen, if you could give it a shot, give it a try just as is, or we can kind of ramp things up and give you a little bit more extra health. And I was like, let me try it as is. And I died like instantly, bro. It was so bad. But then they kind of ramped me up a little bit more. And I think I loaded in at a way higher level with better high impact weapons.
Dude, that thing did not miss squat day.
Dude, I'm telling you, like thick thighs. Look at that. It's all literally nothing but bone and muscle. But it's a very unique and crazy game. And I think that it is something that's going to be really special this coming up. I think it's something that's going to do really great numbers for the studio. And if you haven't had a chance to check it out, I definitely would think you need to give it a shot. So moving on from that, the Nintendo Direct has happened, and my God, did they announce everything. Toaster, I mean, Jesus, like it was stuff that we didn't even think would ever be announced. I mean, the fact that
what wasn't announced?
What?
Symphony of the Night on Switch.
That's very true. It wasn't. Bastards. But this was announced. I mean, if I could ever get the video right, this was announced, and I don't really understand what they're thinking by announcing the revitalization of the Virtua Boy, like an actual Virtua Boy. If you guys remember what the Virtua Boy was, it was an actual, like one of the first virtual consoles that people were like, oh, this is crazy. And you know why it went off the market? Because it was burning people's eyes. Okay. Now, maybe they're like, well, this is a new screen and it's not like the old screens and this won't burn people's eyes. But there's got to be somebody out there that's got PTSD from this system, bro. Because, like, I remember checking it out. Like, I remember the day that it was announced and everyone was freaking out about it. And I remember my stepdad was in the Air Force Reserves. And or no, he was just in the Air Force, and we were at the Shreveport Air Force Base, and we walked in to the little mall that they had there, and we walked over there to the electronics section, and the only thing that they had on was like for new people to try out was the Virtual Boy, and I was like, oh my God, and I like put my face up to it, and me and Matthew sat over there and played it for like an hour. And afterwards, I remember Matthew complaining about how his eyes were hurting, which he already had bad eyes in the first place. But she was like, well, I told y'all shouldn't have been over there playing that video game this whole time. And then afterwards, it comes out, it's like, hey, you're not going to be able to make the system anymore. It's not like it was burning people's eyes out of their socket. But, I mean, it was pretty bad, dude. Like, it was pretty bad. But there was, like I said, there was a lot of stuff announced and showcased at this event. One of the biggest things that was showcased at the event is that Metroid Prime 4 will finally be coming to everyone around the world in just a few months. It's coming out this Christmas, and I mean, it looks pretty good, Toaster. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's not... I wouldn't say it's going to be like the biggest competition in the sense of something like Battlefield or, Call of Duty. But since the fact that it's releasing December 4th, this is going to be like, Nintendo fans' big game. And of course,
it's going to sell because it's Metroid.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, they're showcasing that you get to drive a bike in the game. So, I mean...
The people from Loco Cycle would like a word.
Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure. I mean, but overall, the gameplay looks really great, real smooth. I was actually pretty impressed with the gameplay that was showcased. It looks like it's not open world, but maybe like semi-open world. Half of the levels will be games that you pull in like this, Do what?
They went first-person shooter with it, huh?
Yeah, so like the Metroid Prime series is all third person. So even on like a GameCube, that's the reason why I was so massively successful, because it was just such a different experience for Metroid at that time.
Wasn't Prime on the Switch the first one? That was the 2D side scroller one, or am I thinking a different one?
I think maybe Prime is this is, let's just look it up. How about that? But I think that overall the Prime series is more of a first person style game. Prime so Metroid Prime in general is just it's a first person kind of series. So the original came out years and years ago, of course, on the GameCube, but they did remastered the original. And I'm trying to look up the entirety of the series. So the original Prime came out in 2002 with a few follow-up games, of course.
I'm confusing it with Metroid Dread.
Yeah.
Dread. I have not beat Dread yet.
Dread
is hard. Holy shit, is Dread hard.
I forgot to restart this. But yeah, well, Metroid Dread is hard. And the old school Metro games, like I was never good at it at all. I was too poor to have one. He's talking about the Virtual Boys. I was too poor to have one. I had the Tiger Vision that's strapped onto your head. Hey, Tiger Vision all the way. I'm pretty sure it was still better than the Virtual
burning holes in people's retinas.
Exactly. But I think this is going to be a good game. They also showcased a few other things. They showcased, what was it? It was Donkey Kong DK Island, and what else? I think it's Emblems. What was it? Emeralds. Donkey Kong Bonanza, DK Island, and Emerald Rush DLC did a shadow drop, and they are available as of now. And Donkey Kong Bonanza, this fucking hair is killing me. Donkey Kong Bonanza is a really spectacular game for what I'm seeing. It's from the same studio that did Super Mario Odyssey, and I loved Odyssey, bro. So I'm very excited to be able to play this on Switch too. I still hadn't had a chance, but I can't wait to dive into it. And them having new DLC and so on and so forth is, of course, great. But to not take too long and just show you every individual video, there was also Pokemon Poco Poppy. It's like a cozy Sims life farming game that's going to be set in the Pokemon universe. What? Pokadu, whatever. I don't know. Poca something. It was Pokemon, whatever. You're throwing me off. It was Pokemon something, okay?
Valley and Pokemon.
Yes. What I should have done is I should have just done this and just like had the thing up and let it play instead of just trying to go through it. But anyways, so there's a new Pokemon game, Super Mario Galaxy 2. We're getting a bundle and releasing on October 2nd with a new amiibo set that's coming out as well. The Super Mario Galaxy movie will be arriving April of 2026. My kids are so excited. They cannot wait. And then the Yoshi and the Mysterious Book game has been announced, which is a new Yoshi individual game, which looks pretty fantastic. If I could scroll through, there it is right there. Look at it. Looks pretty cute. New Yoshi game. And like I've said before, we've said this actually for years, but Nintendo knows its niche. Okay. And it's like, they know that like this, I mean, it's kind of has this like stop motion kind of Paper Mario look to it, so, I mean, it's going to be successful. Like they're going to make a ton of money on this. Don't you think?
It's Yoshi. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's Yoshi. Like what Toaster said. Super Mario Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 edition is coming out as well, with the, I don't even know what that is, Balibia Park will be released with multiplayer future focus DLC. Mario Tennis Fever launches in 2026, so I'm super down for that. We loved the last Mario Tennis game, so I'm sure we'll play that. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment will unearth ancient truths only glimpsed in the tears of the kingdom. I don't know what that means, but there's a new Hyrule Warriors title coming out. Hades 2 is also coming out for the Switch too. And then, as Toaster said, Nintendo is planning on completely melting your Switches by bringing out Resident Evil Requiem to the Switch too. Now, as well as Final Fantasy 7 Remake integrated. God.
So the true challenge is going to be if they bring FF16.
Yeah.
Because FF16 was like, for the first time playing that game, my PS5 was like, yeah, no, we're good. We're done. It's a little warm in here. We're gonna turn off now. And that was with the Phoenix versus Titan fight. I mean, if you try to play any of these games on battery, it's like, all right, you got past the start screen and we need to charge again.
Yeah, I don't really see how. I don't know. I mean, because I've already seen some things talking about how the power of the Switch 2's battery is not the best. But my only thing is like, is it going to be a virtual card? I'm trying to find that video. I know it seems like I'm going psycho over here on this thing, but is it going to be a virtual game card to where you can play it via cloud, or is it going to be like you can actually go and buy a physical game card and then play the game?
I think they're putting I think those are going to be on cards.
I don't know, man. I think the Switch 2 is, of course, a powerful system. It's more powerful than, the its predecessor, but I don't know, dude. Like, it's going to be a pretty big game, especially with Resident Evil Requiem. The game is supposed to be really big, so I don't know, like, how much of a downgrade in graphics are we going to get on this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well,
is it?
The other thing you have to take into consideration too is you're playing on a smaller screen.
Yeah, and they can compress it
on the portable, and I mean, you're gonna get what you're gonna get out of. You're not getting a Switch because it's gonna be as powerful as an Xbox X.
Yes, I am.
All right, well then you're the odd man.
You're an idiot. Okay. You hadn't paid attention.
You're getting it for the portability, which that's
very
the
much
thing
so.
that kind of sucks about the I guess you could sit there, lay in your bed, and with the charging cable and stuff. What?
That's just the way you said that. Like, I guess you can sit there and just lay in your bed with the charging cable or whatever, but like, you're like,
I mean,
who would do that?
If you're playing a Switch and you're laying there in bed and you're just trying to relax, the last thing you want to have to do is like messing with, you have to make sure you have a long enough cable where you can like position yourself comfortably. Like if you
you just do what I did for my wife. Okay. You get the setup to where you get the longest cable, and then you get an extra heavy duty phone holder and set it up for that. But I saw someone online actually use the same phone holder that I bought for my wife that used it for their Switch 2, and like they attached their Switch 2 to it. I'm like, that's genius. You'll never have to leave your house ever again. One other thing to quickly note too is that they announced a new Dragon Quest game, Dragon Quest 7. Is that right? I don't know. Roman numerals. V22. Is that 7?
That is 7.
Yeah. Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined. So Reimagined is actually going to be a remaster of Dragon Quest 7 with new graphical presentations and new gameplay mechanics like we've never seen before. And I think this game is, of course, coming to more platforms than just the Nintendo Switch 2. But this looks great. I mean, it looks really, really good. I never really got into Dragon Quest, but I do remember playing old school Dragon Quest 7. and it was pretty tough for me. I wasn't the biggest turn-based player at the time, but I met this guy, and his name was Toaster, and he's like, "Bro, you can't just play Call of Duty the rest of your life, okay? Open your eyes." Whenever I first listened, that I was a pretty basic gamer whenever me and Toaster first met. Like, I was like big PlayStation fanboy. Like, all I ever talked about was God of War and Infamous and all this other shit. He's like, open your eyes, play something different. I'm like, there's a different world out
when
there.
we first started doing the show, and I was filling in for the guy that kept like just not showing up, and then like you and Jay would be like, "So we got like 80 kills in Call of Duty last night. What did you play, Toaster?" And I'm like, Skyrim.
No. We played Skyrim at the same time.
Yeah, no, I was like, and you and I did Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm. I remember the olden days, man. I remember whenever y'all had the 16-bit assassins, and you had the voice actor of Commander Shepard actually do the introduction for the show. He's like, "This is Commander Shepard."
And the 16-bit assassins is my favorite show on the Citadel.
Yeah. Do you still have that audio? Somewhere?
Oh no, somewhere maybe.
You know what we need to bring back?
Well,
16-bit assassins.
I got to figure out. I got to get Dunny, see what his schedule's like.
Yeah, and we could just set it up. We could set it up through this platform as a secondary show, like a sister show. Okay. I'm down, bro. Let's do it. Dunny's got to be a part of it.
Yeah, no, he
for sure. But gaming wise, getting
Dunny
further
McGee of the Clan McGee, no relation.
Clan McGee's, no relation. Yeah. It so confused me for so long. I was like, I thought y'all were like brothers or cousins. No,
it was just like the "did we become best friends" moment from Step Brothers when we were like sitting there chatting with each other, and he was like, "What's your gamer tag?" I was like, "Toaster McGee," and he was like, "Huh, mine is Dunny McGee." It was just like, "Can we be best friends?"
So the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale gameplay footage has officially leaked. Battlefield Studios has kicked off testing for the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale mode for Battlefield Labs, and the testers leaked the footage. So the footage that was leaked out was
they're never going to get to test anything ever again.
So it says the game will support up to 100 player matches, and it will feature Battlefield's trademark destructive elements. The developer also said the Battle Royale mode will have the deadliest ring in the entire Battle Royale genre. And if you simply touch it, you are dead. Now, that's crazy. That they did something like this with Battlefield 1, and there was like a fire ring that was set up, and if you got into it, you'd pretty much die instantly. But in this new mode,
World of Warcraft mechanics, everybody.
Is this something that happens in WoW?
Yeah, like so the new boss in Mana Forge Omega, the first boss. When during the intermission, if you're not careful, or actually and during the fight, he has these two like shimmering walls that like wall off either side of the combat area. And if you go through it and you're not like a tank, or even if you're a tank and you don't have full health, you insta kill, like one shots.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, that's pretty much kind of how this is seeming that it's going to be. Touching the ring is instant death. 100 player matches, destruction, and more will be in the game. So I am excited about this. I'm going to play the hell out of Battlefield 6. I can't wait until it comes out later this year. And then, of course, next up, I forgot to put this in the topics. That's the reason why I clicked on the next one. Ghost of Yotei beer from Sapporo includes in-game items. That's right. There's a beer that is officially themed around upcoming Sucker Punch's upcoming Ghost of Yotei. Now, Toaster, had a few harsh words about this beer earlier.
I did not have harsh words.
Not gonna lie,
they weren't harsh. They were just.
I'm just joking.
I mean, it's a light beer. It's a light
Hey,
rice-based beer.
you're a light beer. Okay. Watch your fucking mouth. So this is a website that they have set up right now. Let's see what the theme is. Yes. Okay. So Sapporo Ghost of Yotei, available August 2nd on PlayStation. Discover the edge of Japan as Sapporo and Ghost of Yotei join together with a limited time packaging for the Sapporo beer. It says here there will be a special in-game reward for Sapporo fans when you sign up. Ghost of Yotei takes place on the island of Hokkaido. You might say that better than me, Toaster. I don't know if you can. Let me see if I can highlight it. Hang on. Hokkaido. It says the northernmost territory of modern-day Japan and the home of Sapporo beer, Japan's oldest existing beer brand. So this is what the Sapporo packaging looks like. And, of course, this is what the collector's edition looks like. And you can enter to win now. Well, I mean, just saying, while we're doing it, while we're showcasing it, let's sign up. But yeah, so the grand prize.
I wouldn't do this right now.
No, I'm not. The grand prize is the physical collector's edition of Ghost of Yotei, which comes with the Ghost Mask, sash. It comes with many other different items as well. Digital version of the game and so on and so forth. So pretty cool, dude. I mean, that's just me. I'm just saying. I mean, I think anytime they do cross promotional stuff is great. I remember when the remake of Total Recall came out on Blu-ray, and when it came out, there was a physical version, or there was a version of God of War Ascension on that game. There was like a demo for it, and they were like, if you pre-order the steelbook version of Toaster Recall of Total Recall, Total Recall, they were like, if you pre-order it, then you'll get access to this demo. And I remember I pre-ordered it, ran to the store, got it, and came back and played it. I was so excited for Ghost of Tsushima, God of War Ascension, and then I played it, and I was like, man, that's a disappointment. Next big thing right here. This is, I think the biggest show notes moment of the show. Toaster and me are, Toaster has a little bit of difference of opinion. But Dead Space creator Glenn Schofield has commented that he would be interested in making an Alien game if his one condition is met. So it says, let's say I took on a license, which I really don't want to do. I want to make my own. Let's say somebody came to me and said, we're going to give you the Aliens license. Immediately, I could show you, I don't know, maybe 100 different aliens that I've made in mid-journey over the last 2 years just because I like it. So yeah, I would love to make an Alien game. I would have to own the creativity. That's not negotiable because I want to make the game a great game unless it's mine, and I don't think that's going to happen, Glenn. I'm not going to lie to you. But I go ahead.
He already made an Alien game. He made 2 of them in this matter of fact.
Yeah, he did.
He made Dead Space, and then he made Control C, Control V Space.
Mm-hmm.
Callisto Protocol.
It's true. Callisto Protocol was very much like Dead Space. But I will say that I still had fun playing that game. But this is off of GameSpot.
I'm not. If you scroll down, that shot of Isaac Clarke standing off against a xenomorph is fucking amazing, and I would absolutely love. I don't think that there's a person that you can get that would make a better Alien game.
I agree.
You gave him the team from freaking that Alien game, Solitude.
Oh yeah.
If you gave him that team and you were like, look, just stay within the confines of the story, at least. Like, you can do whatever else you want. You can make whatever xenomorph, but like, understand the outline of the Aliens franchise.
Yeah.
And build within that, like how Fallout did with the Fallout series, because Todd Howard was like, no, fuck you, you can't, you know. But then he was like, well, make your own story, but you can do it in the universe. So just recognize the elements of the world that you're building this game in and keep it within that world. And there you go. You get to put your name on a really awesome, and if you make a great game, then they let you loose. And
well, let me say this: the writer of this article, his name is Darren from GameSpot. I got to give a shout out to him because it says right here, Toaster pointed this out. Meanwhile, the Alien franchise is more active than a clutch xenomorph egg at a free hugs convention. That is the truth. They're doing it up right now with the Alien series. I mean, even Sigourney Weaver has come out and been like, "Hey, it's a great series."
Watching Alien Earth, like I've seen clips of like
man, it's so good.
I've seen clips of like the eyeball alien,
bro.
And then I was reading about how apparently it ain't, spoilers for people that
big spoilers here.
I've made the mistake of reading a few articles, but apparently it's like it doesn't give a flying rat's about xenomorphs.
Yeah, it doesn't give a shit about them, and like it's an eye that
sheep.
It's an eye that makes its way into whatever. If it's a sheep or a human or whatever, it makes its way into their body and it gets complete control of it. And yeah, like there's a moment that you find out that, wait a second, maybe this thing is really smart and has a brain. And let's just say he doesn't really give too many fucks about the xenomorphs at all. I don't even know what they're calling him online because I've been
or something like
that. Yeah, I've been off social media here and there, but it is definitely crazy for sure. It's like, it's so nuts. It's one of the weirdest, like whenever you first see it, like the way they introduce it like they would a xenomorph alien or, one of the other creatures that you saw in one of the other Ridley Scott movies. And you're like, oh shit, it's hostile. And then over a few episodes, you realize, all right, am I starting to like this motherfucker? Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, why am I liking this alien eye that can attach itself and take over your body? But it's definitely something really cool, man. You definitely have to check it out. But as I said, guys, this show was kind of a rebirth, reintroduction. We're back. Plan on staying here. Finally got Toaster access to the back end of the site, and over the next few weeks, we're going to kind of go over stuff. And it's really a great thing to have somebody like Toaster that if something happens, I could say, hey, I'm not going to be able to do the show tonight. Here's the show notes or whatever, and he can just run it. So we're back to an extent. Yeah. As I said, some really great reviews are coming, so make sure to check those out. Our live streaming will be Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sunday mornings. So originally I had it set up differently. I think I had it set up for Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, but I think I'm going to start doing Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sunday mornings. Well, it kind of depends too. So big shout outs. We're talking about gaming, but we're going to talk about soccer for a second. Big shout outs to my son, Yotei Gayle. He had such an amazing first two games. He had his first two games this weekend on the Thunder. And let me tell you something, Toaster. I think we found my boy his sport. He has never played soccer before. He's gone to his practices and has been listening. The first game was against a team that was one age above them. They ended up losing 8-7. And it was kind of, them getting used to like, oh, this is a real game. The second game that it happened just like 3 hours afterwards. They ended up winning 12-7. Dante blocked 4 goals and made a shot himself.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, made a goal himself, man. I jumped up. I was like, yeah. I'm so excited, bro. He just did such a good job, man. I'm so proud of him. So
Ted Lasso.
Yeah. Yeah. Him and me are going to start watching that from now on. I'm like, you see what they're doing with the ball, son? You see it? And you listen to what Ted says. All right. You know, a bundle of grapes is just as good as a bundle of oranges. You know, eventually they're going to rot. You got to eat them before they rot. You're like, what the fuck? Ted Lasso's character is like a young Jerry Jones. He just says stuff that's just like, you know, like, have you seen The American Dream or the America's Team Netflix documentary? Oh my God, man. It's every 5 seconds. Jerry's like, listen, we didn't have a choice. We had to get him. Okay. We had to get him. If we didn't get him when we got him, then the team wouldn't have been the team that they were once then. You got me? If they weren't that team, then who am I? I'm not Jerry Jones, am I? Huh? I'm like, I swear to God, bro. Like, that's the stuff that Jerry was saying in this documentary. I'm like, what the hell is going on, dude? Like, like, I get it. Okay. You've made a lot of money and now you have the team, but good God. Jeez Louise, man.
Say crazy things.
I swear. And he always smiles. He does his teeth like this. Listen, I didn't have a choice. All right. I didn't have a choice. We had to do it. It's just like, bro, listen, I know I'm getting into other stuff, but it's just like today's game, bro. The Cowboys played against the New York Giants. And New York Giants, they're not a bad team. They've got some really great talent. I mean, Russell Wilson is a seasoned Super Bowl quarterback. And then they also have some really great running backs, too. They got that real short, what's his name? Squibs or something like that.
Saquon Barkley?
No. That's the Philadelphia Eagles. But they have a running back that came from I think Louisiana Tech. I know this is god awful, but he's a like 30-something-year-old white guy or 20-something-year-old white guy. He's like 4'10", and I'm telling you, the guy is a beast. He is a beast and a half, bro. He's a really great running back, but my thing is, we have so much talent on our team. And Russell Wilson threw for 530-something yards on the Cowboys. Like, he only threw 130 on the Washington Redskins. The Washington Redskins don't even have close to the schedule that we have. It's just nuts to me, man. It blows my mind. But they ended up coming back and winning. The last fourth quarter was crazy, but they ended up coming back and winning. And only because of our kicker, Auburn, which, Brandon Aubrey. And Brandon Aubrey is just, he's like, I think in the preseason, he kicked a 70-yard field goal and made it. So we were like 64 yards away thinking, oh man, is he going to do it again? And he kicked it in with like 1 second to go in overtime and the Cowboys won. But the way I look at it is Jerry Jones made those comments before. He's like, we can be a good team without Micah. All right. Micah Parsons doesn't make the Cowboys. The Cowboys make the Cowboys. You got me? You understand what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. Anyways, I love you guys so much. I know I went on a football rant, but please make sure to check back soon. We're going to have some really great content for you guys, gaming across the board. I'm going to finally get around to getting some reviews posted. Also going to be doing a kind of touch-up review of this little arcade stick that I got online, and of course be doing some Game Seer controller reviews, so be on the lookout for that right over at Cinelinx.com. Please make sure to check out Cinelinx for the latest geek news, movie news, and gaming news. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.